Hi, my name is Mike Tusaw. I'm a financial advisor from St. Charles Wealth Management. Today, we're going to discuss how dividends can play a factor in the pricing of options on dividend-paying stocks. We're going under the assumption that you have an idea and an understanding of what the date of record is, the ex-dividend date, as well as the payable date when it comes to dividend-paying stocks. If you don't know those, we would suggest that you find information on that online before watching the rest of this video. In today's presentation, we're going to look at two examples. The first example that you see on the screen right now is for that of a stock with no dividend. The second example will show how the option pricing is affected on a stock that pays a dividend. So in this example, you can see that the stock is priced at $45 per share. There's no dividend. And when looking at the 1 month options, you can see that the at-the-money call is priced at $1 and the at-the-money put is priced at 95 cents. What you're going to find in non-dividend paying stocks is that the call and the put, the at-the-money version of them, are almost always going to be priced almost identical. The call is typically going to be slightly higher in value. And the reason for that is if you were to sell a covered call, you would have to own the stock to sell the covered call. If you were to sell the put, which is the exact same risk reward, you wouldn't have to own the stock. You could just put cash aside to take on the risk of the underlying going down in value. And with that cash, you could put into some type of interest, some type of risk-free government treasury. And that's where the interest comes in. And that's why puts are typically priced less than calls. So with that, have an understanding that when there's no dividend on the stock, the call and the put are going to be priced almost identical. The second example we're going to look at is if the stock is priced at $45 a share, and let's say that it has a 50-cent dividend coming up and it's going to be paid soon. And then when that happens, you'll notice that the call is priced less than the put in this example. You'll see the front month at the money call in this instance is priced at 55 cents, and the front month at the money put is priced at 75 cents. Now, why is that? Well, let's go through our example that we just talked about, in that when a stock does not have a dividend, most of the time, you're going to have a call and a put priced almost identical. Usually the call is a little bit more than the put, but typically not by a lot. And the further out you go in time, if you're doing like a 2-year option, then the call is going to have a little bit more than a slight difference. But for the time being, for near-term options, it's usually very similar. Now with a dividend paying stock, let's say that I own the stock and I sell a covered call against it. Even though I have a covered call sold against the stock that I own, I am still entitled to receive the dividend. And if that's the case, then the put, when you sell a put, you're not entitled to the dividend. And so it's for that reason that the value of the put is more than the call in this instance. So let's say, for example, that the call and the put were identically priced. Then what you could do would be sell a covered call and own the stock, simultaneously buy a put, and then you'd be able to collect the dividend 100% risk-free. And so by doing that, because free markets don't allow for that to happen, the value of the put becomes greater. You'll notice that if you sell a covered call and collect the dividend, you're ultimately going to make more money than if you were to sell the put. And the reason is because of the fact that the dividend is not guaranteed. You're taking on the risk of the dividend not happening. And so it's for that reason that the call is typically priced less than the put, because of the fact that the dividend is not guaranteed. They could change their mind, something could happen, and it's because of that it's not priced exactly the amount greater than the dividend itself. And that is an example of how options are priced different on dividend-paying stocks. If you enjoyed today's presentation, please subscribe. That's how we get our information out to a greater audience. Also, if you're looking for a financial advisor who works with dividend-paying stocks and options at the same time, feel free to reach out to me. stcharleswealth.com is my website. Also, you can follow me on Twitter @MikeTusaw. Thank you and have a wonderful day.